Nice.
The next phone that I want to talk about, because I have
another G.
Yeah, and it's dirty, but it's the G5, Moto G5 Plus. And we only get the G5 Plus in the US. We don't get the G5. So this is a $250 phone, up to $300, I think, if you buy the better specs. So it's Snapdragon 625, which, as you know, is probably the most efficient processor on the market today. I don't remember the size battery, but basically this isn't one of those phones that's going to last you 2 days on a charge, most days, simply because of the Snapdragon
3,000 milliamp hour.
Yeah, 625. And then it comes in 2 gigs 32 gig model or 4 gig 64 gig model. And 2 gigs 32 is $250. And then the 4 gig 64 is $300, which honestly is pretty good because this is a nice phone. The only thing I don't like about it is that the backplate is metal and it's not removable, but the edge is all plastic. So there's a mismatch in color. If you look very carefully, you can kind of see it. This is a gold version.
Oh, that's why it looks like that. I thought that was intentional.
So this is metal, this part, but this part, and it's not removable. So you've got a SIM card slot and SD card slot on top, but the battery is sealed in there, and it's micro USB, which is a little bit bummer because we're starting to see
more peripherals,
USB-C on mid-rangers too now. Headphones though, which is great. And then the display is 5.5 inches, 1080p, and look at this display. I mean, look at it. The colors are beautiful.
It looks really good in person, by the way.
Really
although the gold is a little...
It's a little bright right now. I'm going to turn it down so you can get a better feel.
Well, I meant the display look good. I like the gold, though, but I like gaudy gold.
Look at that. That is a beautiful display, right? So, you know, you can't complain about this phone for the money. The competitors are the Blade V8 Pro from ZTE that I reviewed recently. The Honor 6X, which or 6 Plus, whatever it is,
6X, I believe,
that I reviewed recently as well. And these are good, but I mean, this is going to get faster updates, arguably. I mean, Moto hasn't really been quite as good anymore as they used to be, right?
Since they folded into Lenovo.
Also, remember, there's a G5 non-plus version, and it doesn't have, I think it's missing the fingerprint reader, or it's a small, no, it does have it, but it's a smaller display, 5.2, and it doesn't exist in the US. So, in a lesser camera. Speaking of the camera, this is the same camera as the Galaxy S7 without OIS. So, 1.4 microns, I think, pixels, f/1.7. It takes phenomenal photos. It's not quite as good as the GS7 because you don't have the image processing of the GS7. But, you know, I mean, overall, this phone is, I think, pretty decent for the money. The other thing is there's an Amazon deal. Do you know the prices on that off the top of your head? I think if you agree to get ads on the lock screen, you can get this phone, the 4 gig 64, which is 185. What you're holding. Yeah, so that's for the basic one, and then the high end one, the 464, is like something like 230. 230 US for this phone with a few ads. I wonder, by the way, if you can crack that open and reinstall firmware.
That's a really... Why has nobody written that yet?
Nobody's ever explored that because it's got to be. Somebody's got to be exploring that. Yeah, that's right. The G5, which is not sold in the US, has a lesser processor, lesser camera, smaller display. You just don't want it. You want this guy, and if you're looking for... Or the other thing is this works with Sprint and Verizon, not just AT&T and T-Mobile.
Oh, that's great.
It's a full-on...
Finally.
I've got a Verizon SIM in there right now. And it's just happy as pie. Unlocked phone. You can use any carrier in the US. Even US Cellular will work since there's CDMA as well. So, boom, right?
Boom.
It feels nice.